Alrighty guys, let's open up the terminal, and this time we are going to connect to our VPN before we even open Firefox. I don't know why I didn't think of this earlier. So let's just connect here. You guys know how to do it by now. If you haven't been watching the videos, go back to number 1. They are labeled. They are in fact labeled. Alrighty, and now while that's going, now we'll open up Firefox and get to Hack the Box. You just click on here and then Hacking Labs right there. And then we'll sign in. Alright. So then as soon as you're signed in, go to Starting Point underneath Labs. And then as you can see here, the only other ones are VIP. We're not VIP members because we live in our basement, in our parents' house, and we have no jobs yet. But don't worry. As soon as we get finished with appointment, we're basically ready for a job. So let's just spawn the machine there. Wait an eternity. Alright, it has spawned. So, let's copy this here IP address. And I'm going to rearrange these windows, you know, for like the first time so that maybe we don't have to switch between them. Alright, let's just rearrange there, and here with this one we're going to create a new window because we have to keep our VPN going on that terminal. So now we'll grab this new window and now we can use that terminal. So let's get into the first question. This is all about SQL injection here. So what does the acronym SQL stand for? It stands for Structured Query Language. This is a database language, and that's why it says Structured Query. Query stands for question, and then it is a programming language. So it is a structured question language. You basically ask it a question, and it gives you the answer back depending on the amount of privileged access you have. Let's go with the next one. What is the most common type of SQL vulnerability? This is going to be what this appointment is all about. SQL Injection. SQL Injection is all about using the programming language against itself. What does PII stand for here on task 3? This is going to be personally identifiable information. This would be something like credit cards, bank statements, where you live, you know, just kind of like important personal information. Legally, if this sort of information does get out into the public due to a data breach of some sort, the company is legally obligated to tell you about this infringement. They don't have to take much legal action depending on the type of information, but they do have to tell you. This is the stupidest question in the entire hack, well, that I've ever seen in Hack the Box. So I'm going to put the answer in the description. Literally, it's just right here though. So let's move on. What service and version are running on port 80 of the target? Well, let's go here. And we are going to use an Nmap scan. Let's copy that IP address again, just to make sure we've got it. And then over here in our terminal, we're going to go nmap and then -sc here. Okay. And then space -sv. This is going to give us the version. And then put in our IP address right there. And then just to make this go a little bit faster, we did learn about this in the last episode here. We can go --min-rate. And then specify 5,000. Yeah, let's go with 5,000. This is going to send 5,000 minimum packages per second. So once that's done, we can see that Apache HTTPD 2.4.38 Debian is the service version that is running on port 80, which is a TCP port. And there you go. It is an HTTP, which stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Yeah. So then let's scroll down to another one. What is the standard port used for HTTPS protocol? This is going to be port 443. Now remember, this is the standard port and it is the default port. You can specify it to be whatever port you want it to be, but just know that when talking to people, the standard is going to be port 443. So we'll submit that answer. Alrighty. What is one luck-based method for exploiting login pages? Realistically, it's getting your brother to do it for you so that if he gets in trouble, it's not you.
Yeah,
this is going to be brute force. Basically, think of it like you want your brother to do the dishes, right? So you're just going to throw him down the stairs until he does it. Yeah, that's, just think of that. But in reality, it is just guessing the answer until you get it right. What is the folder called in application terminology, web application terminology? This is going to be directory. So if I come over here to my terminal and I type in dir, this is going to be my directory. It's going to give me a list of everything in the directory. Now what's weird is that if I type in directory, there is no command for that. So it's just dir right there. Now, if I type in ls, this is list directory here. So that is going to give us the same output as if we just do dir. So this is going to be directory. You can also see it if I go cd, that would be change directory. So terminal terminology and then web application terminology, same thing here. What response code is given for 404 not found errors? Alright, go for the memes, boys. So now just a little bit of inside to 404. If I type in hackthebox.com/hello, it's going to be like, are you lost? And then it says code 404 not found. But then if I type in back to home, then you can see the URL is just hackthebox.com. This is because hackthebox.com/hello is not a valid URL, whereas hackthebox.com is a valid URL. And then here we can also see app.hackthebox.com/starting point is also a valid URL. So what switch does GoBuster use when we're looking for directories? This is going to be dir. We're not going to cover GoBuster right here. This just pertains to you if you wanted to do brute force attacking on this. There is no actual brute force attacking for this though, so we're going to skip that in this video just to make it shorter. What symbol do we use to comment out parts of the code? So this is in reference to PHP coding languages, and that's going to be the hashtag or the pound sign, whatever you want. And that's different for a lot of programming languages, but for PHP, it's going to be the pound symbol or hashtag. So now let's actually get into the real. So let's type in that IP address there, and this is the IP address of our target machine. We can see that we just get to a login website. Now what we're going to do here is called SQL Injection, like we talked about earlier. And basically what we're going to start with is a username, because those are easier to guess than passwords. So we could type in admin, administrator, guest, root, what have you. We're going to be typing in admin, and then the SQL injection for this is going to be admin, so the username, and then one single quote to end the query statement, and then the hashtag. Now the hashtag is to comment out everything else in PHP. So then the password is null and void. We can literally type in anything we want for the password, and if the SQL injection works, then we should see this right here. Now this is possible because whoever created the code, the PHP for this website, did not think about SQL injection. They didn't clean up their code, and because of that, we can use SQL injection to get admin permissions. So now we'll just paste that root flag in there, and we submit the flag.